doesn't kill you, make you more resilient. So even when your world is falling down, you gotta keep ascending. Gotta keep ascending. Oh yeah. Gotta keep ascending. Yeah. Even at your worst, you gotta keep your vision. That's the only way that you gon' keep ascending. Gotta keep ascending. Oh yeah. Gotta keep ascending. Yeah. Even at your worst, you gotta keep your vision. That's the only way that you gon' keep ascending. Her pain is my pain. Her struggle's my struggle.
Happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy, what Sunday is this? I forgot. Somebody told me this morning. But anyway, happy Sunday. Welcome to Believe Radio. Welcome to Ascending with Toni Rochelle. I am your host of Ascending with Toni Rochelle. Welcome to the people that's never tuned into the show before. If you've never had a taste of what's going on this platform right here is created for healing, for community, for you to not feel alone, for you to get some knowledge, for you to get educated, for you to shed off some tears and whatever else is going on in your life. That's what's we have real conversations here about life and how you have ascended, how you have pushed through, because the one thing that we all have in common, America, the one thing is that thing called life. Okay. Life shows up whenever it feels like it. It beats us up. It tears us down. It takes from us. It makes us mad. It makes us angry. And sometimes we're just trying to figure out how to get through it. Sometimes we wondering like, why did I have to go through that situation? Sometimes we're wondering like, why is my life set up the way that it is? Why? How many times do we ask ourselves, why is this happening to us in our life? Ladies and gentlemen, community, family, friends, I have definitely been ascending. And I have to continue to tell my story. I have to continue to let y'all know my business, because I don't use this word lightly. I mean, if y'all been watching the show, y'all know that I've been going through a grieving process. And let me tell you, y'all, this grieving thing is just no joke. I mean, 1 minute, I feel like I'm moving and grooving and I'm good and let's go. And in the next minute, I'm boohooing crying, y'all. And for some reason, it happens every time I go to the grocery store or I got to do something real important. You know, I just start crying. And I've been trying to figure out how to like stop my tears. I've been trying to figure out like, how do I just not think about sadness? How do I just keep going? How do I tell my brain not to think like that and tell my heart to forgive? Like this grieving process, y'all, I don't know if you've been through it. I don't know if you lost somebody that was really close to you before. I don't know if you really have been in the shoes that I'm going through right now with grieving, but it kind of have you feel like you're a little cuckoo. I gotta laugh, y'all, because if I laugh, I won't cry. So, I'd be like, seeing the person, you know, and then like I mean, a person to just be popping up, you know, and 1 minute I'm mad, I'm ready to punch something. The next minute I'm sad, like really, really sad. The next minute I just want to scream. And everybody keeps telling me, everybody keeps saying, well, how you doing, Toni? Like, how are you really doing? And I'm like, I don't really know how to answer that because I don't want to tell people, well, you know what? For 2 days, I did not get out the bed. For 3 days, I did not brush my teeth. Today, I didn't feel like talking to you. I didn't want to leave my house. I don't know if I'm really supposed to share that. I don't know if I'm really supposed to tell people like how I'm really doing. Do you really want to know how I'm doing? Because we ask people, how are you doing? But do you want to really hear how I'm doing? So, y'all, I've been going through it. I really have been going through it, and I haven't been sleeping. I haven't been eating, or sometimes I overeat and sometimes I sleep too much. Like, I think I'm really depressed. I think I'm really going through the motions, and I'm just trying to figure it out. And I'm thankful for this platform. I'm thankful for family. I'm thankful for my mom. Shout out to my mom for just loving on me, you know, checking on me, being here for me. I'm just so happy that she's able to be here at this time in my life. Shout out to community. Like everywhere I go, people are hugging me and saying, Toni, I've been praying for you. And I really feel it. I really feel that people have genuinely been praying for me. And so I just really appreciate that. Yeah, this thing called life is hard. It's hard to do it by yourself. It's hard to not be able to talk about it. It's hard to, I mean, the littlest, easiest things is just been hard for your girl lately. So shout out to anybody that's grieving right now. Shout out to people that's lost loved ones or just sad. Just sad. Like, I'm spreading my love to you as much as I have right now. I ain't got a lot, but I know how you feel. And I'm thankful to have this platform where I can come and talk to y'all and have guests on here and hear perspectives of people's life, how life has showed up for them and how they decided to make a choice to keep going, to keep pushing through, no matter how hard it is, no matter how it looks, how it feels. Because we know that life can have us down on the ground, screaming, crying, wishing, hoping. And that's what's going on with me this week. But I showed up. I'm here. I smell good. I got on deodorant. I got a smile on my face right now because I am literally tired of crying, y'all. I'm tired of crying. But I get this opportunity to be here, so I don't take it lightly. I got a guest in the building. And I'm really honored to have this guest in the building because she has a platform too, and we kind of do some of the same things. So it's kind of fun when you're able to actually have a sit down conversation with somebody else that does the same thing that you do, because you just know it's gonna be a juicy conversation, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and bring her up onto the stage. Y'all make sure y'all talk back to me in the chat. Let me hear y'all perspectives of what's going on this Sunday. Through what's going on in your life, your perspective of the conversation today. Talk back to us. Hey now.
Hi.
I'm so happy you're here.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Introduce yourself to the community.
Hi, community. My name is Myisha Pina, aka Myisha Pooh, aka Pretty Much.
She got a lot of AKAs and I love them all. I said, wait, now which one do you want me to use? Because I like them all. If I could have fit all of them on the flyer, I would have put all three of them on there.
I think, when I'm serious, things for the soul, I'm Myisha Pina.
Okay.
Pretty Much is the makeup artist. Myisha Pooh is the podcast.
Okay,
host.
Pooh.
Yes.
I like them all.
Yeah.
We got choices. You see, we got choices.
Exactly.
We already started off.
Yes.
We got choices.
Yes. Yes.
First of all, thank you so much for coming here and to sit with me, having a conversation with me on this beautiful Sunday. Yes. Let me get in your business.
Get all in it.
So the first thing that I always like to ask my guests is, when you think of the word ascending, what does it mean to you?
It means being in the know of that God got you.
She's starting off strong, y'all.
Yeah.
And let's go. And I like it. Yeah. I like it. I love it actually. But let's go deeper.
Yeah, I look at it like when I look at my life, and no matter what I'm going through, I always say, I know this is not how my life gonna end. I know this is not what God designed for me.
That's so positive and so like it sounds easy what you just said.
Well, it's honestly easy for me today at 49.
Okay.
And that stems from my mom. My mother, when I was a kid, she would always introduce me as, this is my fine little chick.
Shout out to mama.
Right. And I used to be so embarrassed, right? But I felt good. She made me feel like I was fine.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what somebody else thought of how I looked. My mom told me I was fine.
So it sounds like your mom planted a seed.
She did.
At a very young age. And you heard that narrative and you ran with it.
Yes. And she just, my mother was on drugs. She started when I was 13.
Okay.
Prior to, she just loved on me like no other. So I hold on to that.
Yeah.
So I had my mom for really 13 years.
Yeah. And
so I just always think about when she say, oh, you my fine little chick. And she always told me, she said, favor isn't fair, but you got it. She always tell me that, like, you're special. She even told me, girl, my name, so my whole name, right? She told me it meant the beautiful princess of pineapples.
I love your mom's spirit.
So I always just stuck with that. And then like thinking about what you just said, the intro about your grieving, it took me back to my first boyfriend passed. And I thought it was the end of the world for me. It took me a whole year. When I tell you a whole year, I didn't talk to nobody. I drank liquor and I just couldn't deal because that was my first death. Right. But once I was able to step into the world, that's when I realized I could live.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think I remember praying, like, take me out. I want to go too.
Oof.
And yeah, it was real. It was a real dark place for me. I was comparing, if I see a guy with hands similar, I'm looking at the hands.
I swear I've been doing that.
Yeah. And I would dream about him. I would just, everything was about him. I was looking for him. I was like stressed out. And I remember saying, God, I want to go too. Take me out the same way you took him. Because he was my soulmate. Yeah. You know, and it's but once, you know, the year passed and I was able to function into the world, I realized I can get over anything. If I can get over this, I can get over anything. So that's why when things come my way today, I don't dwell on it. I'll go, I'm hurt. I call it detoxing. Oh, I go detox. I go cry, get it all out. So then I know I need to step outside into the world.
I like that. Yeah. I'm trying that right now. I really am, sis.
Well, it's fresh.
I'm trying that. But I'm still trying to allow myself to get there to do it. You know, I feel bad because I'm like, I can't walk through my house. My house is a mess.
It's okay.
I'm not present with my children. You know, I'm just not doing. I'm in space. Like I'm here, but I'm like, it's like an out of body experience.
Absolutely. I don't know. Now I didn't read this myself, but this bishop had told me that really we should only grieve for 30 days after someone that we love passed. And the reason why is because we all have a gift and a purpose on earth, and we can't fulfill it if we're grieving over our past.
And you know what? I know that to be so. And I've been through death before, but not this kind of hurt. Not this kind of, it's different this time. Yeah. It's completely different this time. But I'm going to try that.
Well, you know, you'll never forget them, of course, but being able to cope with life, you know, you have to keep moving because you have kids for one.
And I've been moving. I still been, you know, doing what I'm doing. I just feel a little fake.
That's cool.
You know,
that's cool. Just cry, girl. Cry any given minute.
I can't be messing up my lashes and stuff.
Girl,
now. Come on now.
Listen, you go on Amazon and order you a pack of lashes, like 10 in a pack for $6.
That's because she's a makeup artist and she can fix. You know how long it takes me to put on to try to make sure it match? Nah.
But I can't put my own lashes on easy.
Oh, okay, good. So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. How about I don't even wear lashes?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So these glasses, anytime you see me with glasses on, they're prescriptions because I cannot see. So I do not wear lashes.
My guy loved glasses. He had glasses to match every outfit.
See,
and I would be like, "Why do you have on glasses in this nighttime? Why do you have on glasses and we're inside? Why do you have on glasses?" Okay, I'm gonna get off of him.
He was looking good.
I'm gonna get off of him. I'm gonna get off of him. You made me feel good, so I appreciate it. I appreciate you. So, first of all, have you ever heard of the word ascending before you met the Toni Rochelle?
No. I have not.
And I don't mean to say it like, oh, because you met Toni Rochelle, but I had never actually heard the word when it was presented to me. And
that's a good thing because now you have, when you think of ascending, you think of Toni Rochelle.
Aww.
So I may have heard of the word, but didn't know what it mean or never paid attention to the word until I saw your show going down my timeline, ascending. And I'm like, okay. I like that.
So now that you've been introduced to it and you accepted it into your life,
you
accepted me into your life.
Yes, darling. Yes.
When you think about ascending and family and loved ones, how have you specifically ascended through your family and your loved ones?
I ascended by learning how to live without them. Yeah.
This about to be juicy.
Yeah, it's going down. Yes, honey.
Because we can't live without our family and our
I
loved
can.
ones. So
I can.
What did you do? What happened? What had happened?
I learned to love me. I learned to, like I was saying earlier, my mom used drugs, right?
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer that people treat you according to how they feel about your parents.
Ooh.
And, my mom did some damage. She,
So 13, did you go into the foster care
No.
system or you stayed with family?
I stayed with my grandmother.
Okay.
No, my grandmother. Oh, I love my grandmother. Blanche Gaines, baby.
Shout out to grandma.
Yes, honey. She wasn't playing that. Family stayed with family. She was that grandmother who took care of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody came to her house.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you want to see somebody that you haven't seen in a long time, go to my grandmother's house.
Mm-hmm.
That's how she
I
was.
miss my grandma.
I
miss my grandma. You did you have sisters and brothers?
I'm an only child.
Only child.
Yes.
Okay.
But I have a lot of cousins.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 cousins. Well, I have a cousin and an uncle who we're 2 years apart. Mm-hmm. So we were raised as siblings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened in your mom's life that made her, go that direction?
She said that, now mind you, my mom had me at 13.
Okay, wait a minute. Where are you from?
I'm from Oakland.
Oakland, town business, East Oakland, West Oakland, North Oakland.
I'm from East Oakland and West Oakland.
You see how she said it? I had to get a little, had to scoot back. I'm from East Oakland and West Oakland. Okay. Okay, so you grew up in the East and the West. You town business all day.
Yes.
And what happened with moms? Like, what made her go to that direction?
She like I said, she had me at 13,
mm-hmm.
right?
That's very early.
I couldn't imagine being a parent at 13.
I couldn't imagine being a parent at 21.
Man, well, that's how I was when I had my daughter. I couldn't imagine being a parent in my teens at all.
Yes.
But even 21, I still wasn't ready.
Yeah.
But I did. My mom, she said that she had her own place, nice
mm-hmm.
house.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I had the best of everything.
Yeah.
And so she said she got robbed. Someone came into the house, and I remember this day. I had a water bed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there were water beds was in back then.
I do.
Yeah, you was the
telling
bomb
her
if
age.
you had a water bed, honey. And so I remember coming home, and the water bed was in the front yard.
Oh,
they couldn't get it, so they robbed her place, took all her money and everything. And she said at that point she just gave up and started really getting heavy into the drugs. So life hit her. She went that way. And so that's when I went and stayed with my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so, during that time, did you understand what was going on? Like, was you mad at her?
No, because
sad?
No, my grandmother, it was so much love in my grandmother's house.
Mm-hmm.
And before moving with my grandmother, I'd rather be at my grandmother's house because of my
cousins.
Yeah, I had all the toys and everything at home, but I wanted to go play with my cousins. So me going to my grandmother is where I wanted to be.
Yeah.
So if I didn't even know anything about drugs or her using drugs until maybe I was like 16.
Oh, wow.
So.
Was you still seeing her though? Like from time to time?
My mom, this is what she would do. Girl. So my father passed, right, when I was 7. So we used to get a Social Security check,
mm-hmm.
right? So my mother would come, the checks came on the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
My mother would come on the last day of the month and tired and mean, angry, sleep, being mean,
mm-hmm.
and then honey, on the 2nd, wake up, eating up everything, just, how them dope things do.
Yeah.
And
mm-hmm.
so girl, that check came. It was like $300. She'd give me $20 and be gone for the rest of the month.
At least she gave you something, though. I gave her. Hey, I don't know if you know, but we kind of got the same story. My mother was on drugs for about 30 years as well. So
yeah,
I can relate to what you're saying. But I wasn't the only child, so thank God that she didn't have more children that was affected by her behavior.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So. Where did I heard you say that your grandmother was your everything. It sounds
mm-hmm.
like your cousin was your love, that was your glory. But even still, like, how did you become so strong? How did you decide to push through even though your circumstances?
It wasn't until I think I was 40 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's funny because once I turned 18, I went to prison.
Oh wow.
Right, came home.
Not your cute little self.
Yeah, little. See, pretty girl problem.
Pretty girl problem. They don't think pretty girls have problems.
Right.
Somebody told me a long time ago, I think it was my uncle. He said, "Baby, don't nobody feel sorry for the pretty girl."
See,
and I never knew what that meant until I got older, and then I started to see what he was talking about.
Yeah. Oh, honey, when I went to the courtroom, the judge gave me no love. He looked at me and was like, 2 years, my first time
At 18, you a baby.
Yeah,
because you're still a baby at 18.
Exactly. And so when I came home, I ended up I moved to LA.
Okay.
I moved to LA and I was working for Tracy Edmonds.
Okay.
Babyface ex-wife. And so from there, I was just moving fast.
That's a good position to be in.
Yes. And then I went to jail again.
Oh no.
At 25.
Okay.
Went back to prison.
Was it for the same thing?
No.
Okay.
Total separate offense. And when I came home, I was 26 and I got married.
Okay.
And but him and myself, we were excuse me.
Oh, God bless you.
Ooh, excuse me. That was my best friend, my first husband. And we was out partying all the time. So my life is steady moving. When we divorced and then I remarried, and that's when my life slowed down.
Okay. The second go around. Did you have kids already? Well, you already had one baby at 21.
I had my first daughter at 21, and then I had my second daughter. I was 32, my son at 33. And so when I was married to my second husband, we don't have kids together. But let me back up. My first husband was a street dude.
Okay.
Right. So my second husband was a working guy.
Okay. That's why you was able to ease on down the road just a little easier.
Yes. And once my life slowed down, that's when I was able to sit back and think of all the buffoonery that was going on within my family, with friends, and just everything hit me. And that's when I went into a depression.
Yeah.
And I was hurt.
Yeah.
Because I realized that if I didn't give, they wasn't messing with me.
Come on now, talk about it.
And it was like, oh, Myisha, you got money, you straight, you don't need nothing. And so once I started showing up for people the way they show up for me, then I'm the villain. And that hurt for a while.
When did you finally say enough was enough? Like, when did you get tired of being tired?
When my second husband, we divorced, right? And he put me and my kids out.
Oh no, sorry.
We was misplaced, if you will. I say homeless, but people say I wasn't because I stayed at the hotel for 3 weeks, But that was rough because every makeup that I was doing, I had to pay for the hotel room, So it was ugly. And that was the first time in my life that I was down with nothing. And when I tell you I couldn't get help from nobody, I used to give out birthday beats. Right? A free makeup application for your birthday. Okay. I would give you a discount. When I was in my struggle, I would tell some of my clients, just pay full price. That was a problem. I couldn't I'm not asking nobody for any money.
Yeah.
Listen,
you're working for
right.
I know.
When I tell you, I think one person actually helped me. And I really have so much respect for this lady. Her name is Nini. And she booked a makeup appointment with me, right? And so when she got to the hotel, she's like, Myisha, come down. And I went downstairs. Why she paid for my room for like 2 nights?
Because God sends little angels from time to time.
Yes. And she's like, she didn't even know what was going on. She said she felt it in my spirit.
She had that discernment.
Yes. She's like, it was something in your tone. Didn't feel right. And then you told me you was at a hotel. She paid for my room. And I was like, and that was a trip because when that happened, I cried. And then that told me that somebody will help me. Somebody.
Yes. Somebody will.
Yes, the people that was supposed to show up for me didn't show up.
Now,
But,
hold on.
yeah.
When you say the people that were supposed to show up for you,
Mhm.
because sometimes we feel like people are supposed to show up for us, but
Mhm.
also we have a problem sometimes really asking for help. So, was you at that time? Did you really ask for help, or was you just expecting for your family and people to just be there for you?
Well, okay, both.
Okay.
Both. I will say this. I feel like this. If you are telling me that, just telling me, you're not asking me, you're telling me your situation, I feel like it's my duty to offer,
Mhm.
because it's hard to ask somebody for something when you don't
It
have
is.
nothing.
It is.
So if you're sharing what you got going on, that's telling me you're asking for help.
Mhm.
So that's the same thing. If I'm sitting here telling you, and if you know me,
Yeah.
I'm a Leo. I'm a Cancer Leo. I'm very prideful. If you see me always winning or appear to be winning,
Mhm.
and then tomorrow I'm not, why would you not offer and say, what's going on? What can I do for you? Especially if I've been giving you money, doing things for you, show up for you, all that. So yeah, I feel like we are all here to be used.
That's a good way of saying that.
We are.
Looking
We are
at
here
it.
to be used, not abused,
Yeah,
but
not
used.
abused.
You know what I'm saying? So if somebody don't have a place to stay, I always say, well, you know what? Come sleep in here.
Mhm.
'Cause like I said, my grandmother's house was the house where we all was at, honey. We was like 6, 7 deep in the room.
That's how my big mama's house was. I get it.
Yeah, on the floor, wherever. You're not going to be outside. And that's how I am today. You come to my house, you'll be comfortable. We're going to be good. But I couldn't get that from nobody. So that woke my game up. Like, nah.
So when that happened, you had this epiphany. You went into this depression.
I did.
How did you get out of the depression? How did you know that you was depressed? Sorry, that was 2 questions in one.
Well, it was not going outside.
Yeah.
Not just tired.
Mm-hmm.
Just sleeping my days away.
Yeah.
Just sleeping my days away, feeling like, okay, tomorrow's gonna be good. Tomorrow will be good. And it's not. And I remember so many days I couldn't see the light.
Oh, girl.
I just couldn't see it.
How did you get out of it? What did you do?
I just kept being loving and positive, because I'm a firm believer is what you put into the world is what you'll get back. So, and let me tell you, baby, I was broke as a joke, right?
Talk about that.
And every time I did makeup, and I was doing makeup, like a lot of makeup, but I was still behind.
Yeah,
always, it was still never enough.
Playing catch up.
And one this makeup artist, she her makeup kit got stolen out of her truck, right? And so she was on the news, and I know her. She had took a class with me, and so I called her. Mike, I don't have nothing. I said, I don't have much. I don't have no new makeup, but I could put you a little kit together that at least could, some samples. You could do 1 or 2 faces, make some money to, replenish your kit. So she was like, okay, cool. She came and got the kit. That was it. When I tell you 2 years later, the lady called me and said, would you like to be my assistant for Apple?
Wow. Planting them seeds early, pay forward.
You see what I'm saying? And right now I'm at Apple, makeup assistant, making good money. So even in the midst of me being broke down and broken, I still gave.
Yeah.
So I just stayed always. I just continued being loving and giving. So that's why I'm blessed.
That loving and giving, would you say that was still from the narrative that your mother put in you from when you was younger?
My mother and my grandmother. I'm honestly, I'm more like my grandmother than my mother.
Is that your mom's mom?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
wow. That sounds powerful, and I'm happy that you were able to do that. But that's really hard to do. I mean, some people didn't have that narrative. I didn't have anyone telling me that I was beautiful and that I was strong and that I could do this and do. I got people telling me that now as I'm an adult.
Yeah.
But that foundation wasn't laid out for me, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't laid out for many people. So what would be your advice for people that didn't have that narrative in their life, that didn't have that love. Like, because some of us, we didn't get hugs and kisses and told we was loved and all that when we were young, especially in the Black community. It just didn't go down like that. We knew we was loved. You know what I mean? Like, we knew, but we didn't really know, you know?
I would say just wake up every day, look in the mirror and say, I love me. Like, I love you, girl. I love you. I wake up every day and I just say, ooh, I'm the shit. I'm the shit. You know?
It's a gospel radio.
Sorry.
She knew, we knew where she was coming from. That's okay.
Yeah, I do. I wake up and just tell myself, like, I just love me. I just, even when I'm just, whatever I'm feeling, I just still love me.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that God did not design for my life to be miserable or sad. I know I'm destined for greatness. I tell myself that. If nobody else tells me, I tell myself that.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell my kids that. I just kiss on them every day. I say, I love you every day. Like, every time we hang up the phone, actually, I say, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
I love you. Those words are powerful.
Yeah.
You just have to tell yourself, because the brain is the strongest organ in your body. So it controls everything. Your brain can either heal you or kill you.
Mm-hmm.
So you just got to tell yourself that. Like at one point, I remember after I had my son, my last child, and I had these stretch marks. And I was like, oh my God, no. And I was all covering them up. And now I'll be like, these beauty marks. I love these. This is a sign of life. Okay.
I was like that at one point too. Like, oh, I was the queen of stomach, showing my stomach. So I was like, I'm never gonna show my stomach again. Please, I will be wearing crop tops until I'm 90 years old. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I do not care.
Right. That's the sign of
crop
life. Shoot. And then who was that? Kendrick Lamar. He was like, show me some stretch marks and cellulite.
Everybody was trying to show them stretch marks on them legs, okay? My mama had 5 kids and she got like 2 stretch marks. I don't know how that happened with her. And I had 2 kids and I got way more than she did.
Yes. That, like my mom too. She didn't have any.
Oh, wow. See? Yeah. And then you got them. That ain't right.
I think I got them all from her.
That ain't right.
And my grandmother didn't have stretch marks. I guess they just
passed down to me. I thought, they said it was genetic, but you never know nowadays.
I probably got it from my daddy's side.
Yeah.
Oh,
dang, daddy.
I wonder if he has stretch marks.
So I love, hey,
Some
guys be having them. Bless your hearts, though. Bless your heart. But yeah. I love that your mom was able to gift you something, even in the despite of her disease.
Yeah.
Now, do you take that same teaching? I mean, you kind of already said that you do tell your children, those things every day. Like, is that something that you really put at the top of your list as being a mother?
Honestly, I'm just gonna sound crazy, but I'm just now starting to really think about my mom. My mom passed. It's been almost 3 years now.
Oh, wow.
That 2.5 years that she passed. And I was mad at my mom for years.
Mm-hmm. That's why you just now.
Mm-hmm. And I'm still mad at her after death.
Uh-huh.
Because my oldest daughter wanted to live with my mom. And my mom, the thing she didn't do in front of me, she did in front of my daughter.
So, okay. Did she do for you?
In front of me. Yep. Yeah, she did it in front of my child.
She did it in front of your child?
Yes.
Oh, so she still was the same mother?
Oh, no, meaning like she was using drugs while my daughter was in the household. And my mother used to love to fight. And so she would have my daughter out there fighting with her.
Mm.
And so now my daughter, 29 years old, loved to fight, loved to live the street life. And that's not who I am and how I raise my kids. And so when my oldest child do something, I think about my mom and I get mad all over again.
Yeah.
I'm like, you left, but look what you left behind.
Yeah.
So it honestly, wow. Ooh, Rishi. Ooh. I just had a dream about my mom for the first time like a week ago. And that dream is probably why I'm able to talk about and remember, because I blocked out a lot of stuff from my mom.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
Yeah. And in my dream, it's crazy. In the dream, she was in the kitchen cooking my favorite meal. And I remember in the dream, I was feeling like, ooh, I got my mom. I got my mom. And then we went to the bank and she was inside of the ATM. You know how the banks where you got to use your debit to get in?
Yeah.
So she was in there and I went over to the door and there was some guys in there trying to rob her.
Oh, no.
And I just remember saying the feeling in my dream saying, I just got my mom back. Now you're about to take her. And yeah, that was just like a week ago. I had that dream. But I'm so happy I was able to feel that feel through my dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't know what it's like to have a mother since the age of 13.
That's a long time to go without a mother.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, you know, so it sounds like she didn't get to get clean and sober before she.
No. So what happened, I hadn't seen my mom in 2 years. John George, the mental hospital, called me and told me to come get her. I was mad.
I know you was.
I was mad. I was like, why me? I ain't seen this lady in 2 years, you know, but I did. I went and got her and she moved in with me. She was in she had to wear a diaper and she was like using the bathroom all around my house. She was trying to fight my teenage daughters.
So here it is that she didn't raise you, but now you got to take care of her.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was mad about, I was hot.
Yeah.
And I was like, why me? Why do I have to do this? But I did it because at the end of the day, that's still my mother.
It's still your mother. And
because I love humans, I could never mistreat any human.
Yeah.
So I took her in, took care of her, me and my kids, and she stayed with me for 3 months and then she passed. So, and my grandmother always said, those that act the donkey at a funeral is out of guilt. When you know you did right by your peoples, you be fine.
We need to talk offline, but okay.
Yeah. So it's real. And let me tell you, when my mom passed, I was at peace because I did what I was supposed to do as a daughter.
Yes, you did.
And I did what God told me to do.
Yes,
take care of your mother. So I'm okay today.
Yeah.
Now, am I still having like emotional feelings about her? Yes. Because I'm human. However, I'm at peace. And that's why I'm able to continue.
Ascend.
Yes, ascend. Yes, ascend.
I really appreciate you talking to me about your mom. Like, I don't think there's no mistakes that the dream happened a week ago and now you're here talking like the Lord set it up for it to be like that. And like, I'm proud of you that you was obedient and said you were going to take care of your mother and that she got to spend the last, 3 months of her life with her daughter, even though, like I said in the beginning, don't matter how hard it looks, how bad it is, how it make you feel, you still push through it. You still was. And my grandmother used to tell me, because like I told you, me and you have similar stories, and I would get mad at my mom too, because she would be in and out of prison and clean one moment and not clean. And it got on my nerves. Yeah. And my grandmother would always say, you have one mother.
Ooh, I hated to hear that.
We got one mother. It don't matter if she raggedy, stanky, beauty queen, ugly toes. You got one mother. And I'm just, my grandmother used to, when I would get so mad at her, I would get, and I'd be like, Big Mama, why she doing this? And she'd be like, you got to pray for her. And I'd be like, why do you always talking about pray? What we got to pray? That ain't going to make me feel better. I never understood that as I was growing up. But then when I got older, I started realizing. You start realizing. You start realizing.
Yeah.
Life be lifing.
Right. And then not only that, that's her child. That's her child. That's like someone to tell you how to love your child. One of your children start using drugs and somebody tell you to put them out or no.
Well, anything with your child.
Right.
I mean, when I first had a baby, don't give her this and don't give her that and don't do this and don't do and which that's good, but as a mother, you got to figure out some stuff of your own stuff. But anyways, I'm giving you flowers for making that decision, because I'm sure there's somebody out there that their mothers may be having an addiction, because that's what it is. It's an illness. It's an addiction that addicts have. And the best medicine that you can give to them is to keep praying.
Yes. And you know what? And I put myself in my mom's shoes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I couldn't imagine having a baby at 13.
Not at 13.
13?
Not at 13.
That's deep. 13. A baby. Ooh, baby. No.
I remember being 13 like it was yesterday. My daughter is 12. I'm sorry. She's 11. She's about to be 12 this year.
Right.
So I remember being 11, 12, 13.
Yeah. I can imagine being a grandmother. You know, so young. A baby. If my daughter came home with a baby at 13, ooh, I couldn't imagine.
What are like this way of living and thinking and being? It takes a lifestyle. Would you agree?
Yes.
What are some lifestyle gems that you do in your life? Like, do you cook for stress? Do you write? Do you meditate? Like, what kind of things do you do to keep you in an upbeat spirit?
Makeup. Makeup is my therapy. It's when I'm done with the client and she love it.
Yeah.
That's, oh my God, I feel so good. And then I do makeup on the deceased.
Ooh, baby, that sound like,
it's the best.
How do you do that?
The actual, doing the makeup itself is easy, right? When you see the family face, that's the best, most rewarding.
You mean
feeling.
Like the family seeing the
loved ones? Because nobody wants to see their family dead.
No, you don't.
You want to see them sleep peacefully. So I always make them look like they're asleep, because a lot of times, like the abominable food, makes the skin darker.
Them look different. Yeah.
So if I could bring them back to the photo that they showed me,
that's a reward.
That's the best feeling in the world. So
how long you been doing makeup for?
15 years.
And how did you start it?
Oh, so it was this clinic. I used to go get colonics, and it's when I lived in Las Vegas. And so I was a stay-at-home wife and mother at the time, and I was bored. So I saw a group of ladies, and I was like, oh, they so pretty. I want to be a part of that group. And it was a cosmetology school. So, but I didn't want to do cosmetology and stay in that long. Yeah. So they had aesthetics. So that was a 4-month course. And you have to complete so many makeup applications to finish, right? I did my classmates quick, and even they loved it. And I never wore makeup, didn't even know I knew how to do makeup. And one of my classmates said, Myisha, I'm going out Friday. Can you do my makeup? She's like, I'll give you $25. I was like, what? Okay.
It does not cost that much to get your makeup done today.
Right. That's how long ago it was.
Double, triple points.
Baby, I got $25 and she was happy. Girl, I had like 3 students every Friday. And so I was like, I can get paid to do this. So I went to the MAC counter and let them do my makeup. And so that's how I learned, paying attention to the feel, what they did for me. Did to me.
That's
so
talented.
Yes, I was just like, oh, I'm about to get some money. That's how I got started with makeup.
That Oakland came out of you, that hustling.
Yes.
You found your niche. I love that.
I was a Carmex Vaseline type of lady, honey.
I still am. Even though I wear makeup, I keeps my Carmex, don't play. Okay. It's my favorite. And so that's what got you into the love of makeup.
Yes. It's like when I'm stressing or going through something, I'm doing makeup, and I'm just in my own world, and I feel so good when I'm done. That's my peace. So, and buying gadgets. Yeah.
What kind of gadgets you talking about?
I think I have every gadget, everything you want and need in my house.
Lord Jesus, you like my mama.
Yeah.
You got them cute little dainty gadgets of everything and anything.
No, I have like big gadgets.
Okay.
Like espresso machine.
Mhm.
And then I got
Air fryer and a
yes. And then I just bought the almond
compressor.
cow. Make
The
your
what?
almond cow where you make your own oat milk and almond milk.
Oh, I can't have almond milk, but I love oat milk.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So stuff like that. Like once that pandemic hit, oh no, I went crazy. I have everything I want and need in my house, so I don't have to come outside.
See, we're not gonna. That's a whole nother show.
Yeah. I like
Myisha.
sometimes.
I know that there's somebody out there that has gone through the trials and tribulations that you have ascended through, that you went through, that you made a choice to go through and get through. If you had to talk to that younger Myisha, or you had to talk to somebody else that has the same struggle, I mean, you talked about only being with your mother for 13 years. You talked about, you know, having to live with your grandmother, being the only child, you know, being divorced twice, you know, being a single mom, like going to prison.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff.
It is.
And you don't look like what you've been through
at all.
What encouraging words would you say to that person?
You know, I laugh at everything. So I would say find something that makes you laugh, that makes you happy, and stand on that. Because like you said earlier, life is going to happen to all of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody we love is going to die. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta be happy. No matter, you have to make yourself be happy.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, because if you don't, you're gonna be stressed out. And when you stress, what happens? You get high blood pressure, strokes, you get ailments. So I don't want to live that life. I see a lot of people who have these ailments and confined to their house. You know, I don't want to be that. That's not how I envision my life.
Mm-hmm.
So when I think about, I just think about how I want to live, and that's what I do. I push. You got to see it to believe it. You got to believe it to see it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I just, in my head, every day I wake up, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. I got to do this. And I don't always get up and do it. You know, I have my lazy days. I have my days where I just don't feel like, maybe it could be depression.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel every emotion that life throws at you. However, I still like, I'm all that.
Yeah.
I tell myself I'm all that.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. I'm going to, if she can get it, I can too. If he can get it, I can too.
Yeah.
So I tell myself that, and I work. I just work. I work 7 days a week. I throw myself into work.
Yeah. That's another show too. Because I agree with what you're saying. When you say you work, but I don't agree with that at the same time too.
Yeah. Why?
Because you said why?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that could be like a mechanism of not dealing with yourself. I like what you said earlier in the show when you said it took you till you was 40 because you had to sit with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I really believe, because life be throwing stuff at us, we have to be octopuses, and we only got 2 hands.
Yes.
And so when we finally sit, stop, listen, and realize, oh, this is all I got, then we can learn to dissect certain different things, and we don't have to just throw ourselves into work or whatever it is. We can actually live.
Well, I do live. The reason why I work 7 days a week, because guess what? Now I have financial freedom, right?
Mm-hmm.
To where if I am stressed out and I can go give me a massage. I can go get on the flight and go and just relax on the beach somewhere. So like, this is the first time in my life where I'm independent.
Okay.
So that is another reason why I work, and I enjoy it. And it keeps me out of my thoughts. However, I don't limit myself to getting up, going and doing what I want to do. I
like that perspective better, the way you broke it down, because if you are just working and you're not celebrating, because I know people that just will work. Yeah. If you're not going on vacation and you're not, enjoying life and, doing other things, I believe that for sure you're pushing away all your problems that need to be dealt
Absolutely.
with, you know.
Absolutely.
And I'm only saying that because I've done that before and I've seen other people do it too. And then here you go, you didn't work yourself to death.
Right. Yeah.
And it wasn't even because of the work. It was because of the stuff that you've been trying to push to the side or hold, you know. Mm-hmm. Somebody said, well, said work takes place for not dealing with self-discovery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For some.
Yes.
They said. Yeah. But yeah. So I do agree with it, but I like when you backed it up.
Yeah.
You backed it up, because it's one thing to just be working and then not gifting yourself back the joy of you working.
I always say you have to work with a purpose and you party with a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I've seen people work and then when they retire, their kids take all their money, or maybe the IRS or something happens.
Or they gotta get another job to work.
Right. And so all these years you work, and then you don't have any memories. So yes, I'm working, but I'm having memories. I'm going to enjoy myself because I love myself. I deserve to be on vacation. If I can see these people out living their best life in Dubai or somewhere, I can get to Dubai too.
Mm-hmm.
Let me. Oh, you know what? You know, it really got me like that.
Right.
Oh, I just thought about that. So my second husband, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now let me say, I've never been cheated on in my life that I know of.
Okay.
Right. So I'm 40 years old. He cheated on me. And it was ugly. Right.
Of course.
So
nobody wants to be cheated on.
Right. So when we separated, he went and got this woman. And mind you, he goes into the barbershop and he tells them, I leveled up. I leveled up on Myisha, right? Showed a girl picture, whatever. So they go to the beach. They go to Hawaii, take a picture. She in a bikini.
Mm-hmm.
And now, before I say this,
okay,
because I don't like talking about women, because all of us, you know, gravity brings us down. We all got imperfections.
Yes, we do.
But she had some real ones, right? So when I saw the picture, they called me and say, "Oh, he said he leveled up on you." And I was like, "Oh no!" So I went and did a photo shoot, my own sexy photo shoot, right? And so
you might have needed that.
Yeah. So I never ever did a sexy shoot, but I did it. I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna show him and everybody that's talking." Right?
Everybody about to see.
So then I thought about it. I said, "That ain't what he meant. It can't be what he meant, because it's clear that I do look better than her, right?" She was a career woman, had her own everything. Here I am, a stay-at-home wife with nothing. He didn't want me to work. You know, I was broke, financially broke. So, you know, I was jealous. Yeah. I was jealous. And so
for something that he wanted you to do though.
Right. But I said, I'm not mad at her. I'm not gonna talk bad about her.
No.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna level up. So that's when I started working, becoming a workaholic. Mm-hmm. I said, okay, I went and cleaned my credit up.
Yeah. Because
I'm like, okay, she got good credit. She been on the job 15 years. I said, I can do that too. And that's when I started going in, because I said, nobody will ever make me feel broke or broken.
And it's interesting the way you put the story in perspective, because a lot of times, even earlier, like when you said that you the second time when you went to prison, but you ended up getting that job. Like it's every time you've said something today about a downfall, you had a come up.
Yes.
And then you've had them in the least expected moments of your life when you was feeling low.
Yeah.
Oh, I needed to hear that. Yeah. I just had to repeat it to make sure that I heard what you said so I can retain it in my own spirit, because I think when a lot of us look back over our lives and we have been in that moment of being stagnant. Something had to get us out of it, because we're here today.
Right.
And most of the time it's something like what you
have to have patience, and you cannot be.
That's hard. I ain't got no patience. I want my pizza now.
Let me tell you. I guess going to jail got me patient, because either you gonna
go to jail,
right? You gonna change, or they gonna change you.
Yeah.
So no, that's okay. I have all the patience in the world, and I'm not a lover of material things. I'm not a lover of nothing My grandmother always said, don't fight for nothing you didn't buy.
I like that.
You know, so my thing is I've
Don't
had
fight for nothing you didn't buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, write that down.
yeah, you know how like families they be tripping when somebody passed. Like you didn't buy that. That's theirs. So like even like when my grandmother passed, but prior before she passed, my family was I started seeing the funniness, right? So what I did was I went and got all my pictures and videos in. So guess what? When my grandmother passed, I got what I need. I had recorded my grandmother saying I love you. I was like, Blanche, you love me? She said, you know I love you. I said, well, tell me. She go, I love you. So when I want to hear my grandmother tell me that she loved me, I got that. So anything material don't matter. So I just feel like God bless me because I'm not a lover of the world. Everything
world.
that's
There it is.
Yeah.
Of the world.
Mhm.
Of the world.
Yeah. Relationships with people is more important to me than anything because again, material stuff you can get, that's nothing. Friendships, you can't afford to lose them. When you find somebody good, you got to keep them.
Yeah, you do.
So I know that's why I'm blessed.
Yeah.
That's why whenever you do right, people remember that. People remember the feeling. They might not remember exactly the act of what happened, but they're going to remember the feeling.
True.
And so I always get people always say, oh, Myisha, you know, thank you for our conversation. Thank you for that. Like, they always happy to see me.
Yeah.
And that's what I work towards. Like, I pride myself on being loving to people because one day I got to answer to God.
Yeah.
And I know that day is going to come. So that's why you know what, at my age, I'm 49. I don't say I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress. I'm not a work in progress. I'm progressed.
Yeah.
Because there's no way I should still be on the ABCs of life at 49.
Right.
You know what you know what you know.
You
so well, I'm a try. No, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Self accountability.
Myisha,
Yes, honey.
this has been such a pleasure having you here. I love you.
I love you too.
Do you got any shout outs? You want the people to try to follow you or see? Y'all want to get y'all face beat by her? What y'all want from her?
Yes.
You got your lasting words?
Yes, you could find me on Instagram, pretty much BBR. That BBR stands for Beauty Bar. Facebook is Myisha Pina, and YouTube is Myisha Poo. Yeah, you guys got to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am so excited. I'm almost at 1,000 subs. I need some more, y'all. Please subscribe to me.
What days does your show come on?
Great question. Because I don't have a set date.
That's okay. That's why y'all got to follow her.
Yeah. And turn the notifications on. But I promise you, it's all positive love stuff. So.
I'm gonna be going on her show next. We're doing a trade for a trade.
Yes.
So I look forward to sitting down with you. Community, thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you, Myisha, for coming. And you could have been anywhere in the world today. You decided to come sit with Toni Rochelle.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
I appreciate you. I met you. Well, I think I've been knowing you for a while, but really the one-on-one we got to encounter a couple of weeks ago. And just want to say thank you for your energy that day and just being present with me. I didn't tell you too much, but I felt that you were just there for me. And so I really want to thank you for that moment.
Yes.
And thank you for moving forward with what we're going to have going on in the future.
Yes.
Because I think we should do some collaboration together. Your spirit is very, I connect with your spirit very well. And y'all, she came and told us her business today. So she family now, y'all. So give some love to Myisha. Thank you for coming on. Y'all, keep pushing, keep going. As you heard the story today, the testimony, prison, divorce, single mother, mother leaving her at 13 years old. Like that's tough. That's hard.
And you got to be okay with telling your story
and telling your
you have to get it out your spirit.
And that's what this platform right here is for. If you have a story, if you resonate with something that's going on this platform, if you want to come and sit with Toni Rochelle, email me, DM me. I would love to have you on the show. I love to get your perspective, because at the end of the day, like you said, storytelling, your story helped me.
Yeah, you
I'm
never
the
know
host, but that don't mean that I'm not hurting, that I'm not sad, that I'm not mad. Yes, I'm pushing this ascending thing.
Yes.
For me to heal.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna just keep it real for my own selfish reasons.
Yeah.
But also because I care about community. I care about my guests. I care about people like you.
Yes.
Like you said earlier, you care about people. You wouldn't dare treat a human person like that.
Right.
So we all cannot go through this thing called life by ourselves. We need each other. We need one another. We need platforms like this. We need things to keep building us up. So y'all keep watching this show. Keep supporting. I appreciate all the love, the love that community, family, and friends have given me. Until then, I will see y'all later. But y'all know what I'm going to say. Keep ascending. Peace.
Ascending. Gotta keep ascending. Even at your worst, you gotta keep your vision. That's the only way that you're gonna keep ascending. Her pain's my pain, her struggle's my struggle.